We're looking at S&P 500 M&A futures. Time frame is 2000 tick chart. I'm going to be sharing with you my live trading session. We can see that the structure is a very slow and clear trading range. Flat exponential moving average, a lot of price swings, just swinging up and down through the EMA. No clear trend in either direction, pure indecision. The market is opening right now. We are in the middle of the trend range, which means I'm going to be a little bit more careful. EMA keeps holding every single time. Prices keep pushing higher. The trend right now in the market overall is very slow. There is no good setup. At this point, I'm going to have to make the channel wider because you can see EMA keeps holding every single time and we keep pushing higher. But it requires a lot of patience for me right now to think about a setup because we are far away from EMA and market just keeps slowly but surely pushing higher. We have bullish channel working to the upside. When I'm observing structure that is bullish trend, I need to identify a pattern, and you can see first two major swings allowing me to locate a possible channel. Notice we had a two-legged pullback with the break and a new extreme. Now this is indicating the end of a correction. Larger two legs. Market likes to move in pairs of twos when it comes to price action. The trend line got confirmed, followed by a massive, strong continuation of the bullish push. So right now we are still trading a bullish trend, but there's really no great way for me to enter. There was no high or low above EMA for me to confirm the second entry long. Prices broke the trend channel line, so this is overshoot. But since we had another bullish push that managed to break the trend channel line again, this leads me to believe that the channel may be just a little bit wider, the bullish momentum a little bit stronger. So what I'm going to make it just a little bit wider, because generally after overshoot, you shouldn't have another follow through. You should have a stronger push in opposite direction. We have a second entry long, but we have also shortened downtrend in place, so I'm not taking the two-legged pullback. You can see we have a downtrend. Right now we are closing barely outside and we expect for prices to form new extreme, and there was possible overshoot as well. So if I'm not sure exactly if this is a valid overshoot or just a little bit wider, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to make sure I'm drawing my channel a bit wider so I'm not going to get trapped. We just broke the main channel, so according to trendline rules, we expect new high to be formed for this uptrend because we have a bullish channel, first break, and we expect for prices to create new extreme. However, I cannot just randomly buy. I need to see confirmation of the bullish momentum. I want to see a push above EMA and a failed second entry short. Higher low would be not enough because we have quite a substantial bearish push down and it's not really confirming much. So I need to see a true bearish trap, which would be second attempt to sell, because everybody who's gonna take the second entry short while the main channel, the main pattern is up, is most likely going to get trapped. So I'm looking for failed second entry short. I adjusted the channel to overshoot because we kept pushing lower strongly, so it makes the price action fits a little bit better. Overshoot leads to a break of a channel, and now we expect new extreme. I was looking for failed second entry short above the exponential moving average because even the wider downtrend has a break and a new extreme, but EMA didn't hold. You can see second entry short push below, so I need to be a little bit more patient now. So far after open, no good price action setup. We have a new low, first entry short, second entry short failure. We have it forming right now, but I would have preferred EMA holding, and we may actually close below. I just don't like the fact that we close below EMA quite substantially. I would like to get confirmation setup high low. We can see that the overshoot generated strong momentum in opposite direction and completely reversed the market all the way down. And this is why it's so important to wait for push above EMA when the uptrend is medium to weak, because you don't want to be buying blindly below the EMA while the bearish push is in play, because you never know if it's going to reverse or if it's going to create new extreme. This is why you want to see push above EMA, which is what's 90% of the time going to happen. You're going to reach the new extreme. But this time you can see the overshoot was so strong that it reversed the market straight up. So we've pushed too far down, we retraced too much, so no longer I'm expecting for prices to create new extreme, and I have to adapt. The main trend has reversed into a bearish channel. So I'm already trying to identify the proper key entry point. So right now I'm expecting to get a high probability setup. So far, no great high probability setup because we had a overshoot, which you would expect new highs, so you can't really sell. But there was no opportunity to go long because you never really pushed above EMA. So I just had to sit here for market bias to decide. And eventually you can see we trade lower, and finally we have a bearish channel working to the downside. As you can see, prices are consolidating. You have a flat exponential moving average, a lot of bars stacked right next to each other. For this reason, I'm not selling directly into the lows of the small trend range. I'm just waiting for this bullish correction to fully play out for prices to break out of the trend range. The main bias is down and I have yet to take a trade. I adjusted the downtrend which we had overshoot because prices kept reversing, and now we've moved too far up, which I have to switch the bias again. So you can see so far very confusing price action, bunch of overshoots. We went really far away from the EMA, quite a spike down, and I have to adapt to a brand new uptrend right now working. So far still no good high probability setup to take, which means I'm just practicing my patience and waiting for something good according to rules to set up, because I want to know my context, I want to have the proper trend line, the key entry point, and I want to have the proper setup. So far, no great setup, even when I'm looking in hindsight to capitalize on. Resuming the video as we hit new high, first entry long, second entry long, but we just reached small break and a new extreme. But I can see that the exponential moving average keeps holding prices, and prices created a new high without touching the EMA prior to break. So this leads me to believe there's additional bullish momentum, and now we had high-low confirmation setup of the second entry long, but notice how big the bar was and how congested it got. So I was looking for possible higher low, but you can see we still have some congestion. The bar is closing quite big. We may have little pullbacks in the back lower before we're going to continue working hard. But you can see you have a break new high, yes, but you never really touched the EMA once prior. So this is the indication that the bullish momentum was too strong and you're looking for a continuation to reach the high of the day. Resuming the video as we have a potential long, but since I have micro double top, I need to reset the count. It looks like visual to like a pullback, but since I have micro double top, I want to reset the count, especially on such a slow and difficult day as is today. I definitely don't want to be too aggressive, bending the rules too much on a day like this. So for this reason, I want to see a legitimate second entry long. This is only first entry long because we have micro double top, which resets the count, and we have first entry long. So for this reason, I'm still being patient. Alright traders, I'm resuming the video as I'm going to take failed second entry short above exponential moving average. Let's see if we can get the trigger here. Alright, we got filled, so I'm going to move my target profit to 8 ticks. I'm going to move my stop loss 1 tick below the signal bar. And we have a new low, first entry short pullback, second entry short failure, big bullish bar reversal, managed to close barely above the exponential moving average. This spike and a channel needs to get new extreme. So I'm looking for everybody who's going to go short to get trapped, because this overall bias remains bullish. According to rules, we need to get new extreme, and we have a new low. First attempt, pull back. Second attempt to sell. A big bullish bar, the momentum was there. And you can see, even if I'm going to draw a potential channel like this, we're confirming the channel very nicely. Spike and a channel is the bullish trend. New low, first entry short, second entry short failure. You need to get new extreme. Notice EMA was holding so many times, minimal bearish corrections. So I'm definitely looking for prices to create new extreme. And this is our first trade for the day. I was thinking about even entering this trade right here, as I talked about, but unfortunately it was a little bit too big and still part of the congestion. Hopefully we will get at least one setup. Come on, couple more ticks. We're breaking higher. I use limit order, but we still have to make a couple ticks. Come on. Alright traders, and we just got out, so I'm going to tighten the stop loss to break even, because our main portion, which was the scalp, was reached. So this was a new low, first entry short, second entry short failure. Spike and a channel needs to get new extreme. Overall sentiment in this market is bullish, because we can see how EMA keeps holding for the most part every single time. And the correction phase ended, and let's see if we can get at least decent runner. I'm resuming the video. Our runner got hit at break even, so we didn't manage to get a nice runner. But I'm gonna wrap it up. It's been a very long day without any clean setup. I only took the one single trade. As you can see, nothing so far. The only other setup that I like was this high low, which wasn't bad. So only 2 setups during today's structure. We had an overshoot here, which caused a massive reversal. And then we had another overshoot, which caused another reversal. So you can see basically no way to get either on the way up or on the way down. And the same thing happened here on the way up. There was just only one high low that was quite congested and quite bad. There can also even be a slightly larger channel, which if you're going to use the bigger channel, this acts basically as a midline for the spike and a channel. So the spike and a channel would be the midline for the main channel right here. But I'm gonna wrap it up. One trade, first entry short, second entry short, failure. I hope you had at least decent trading day. You didn't get chopped in this mess. I'm gonna talk to you next time. Take care, everybody.